next map is Xel'Naga Caverns. I do think this is going to be a little bit nicer for MorroW. It has spaces where he can control. There are not a lot of expansions that he needs to manage, so DIMAGA could get the chance to go to the finals of the tournament.
Yeah, he is one game away from going into the final. He knows that as long as he stays focused and knows exactly what to do on this map against MorroW's style Terran, should I say, he'll be perfectly fine and looking good.
So we are going to be creating the game right now, and I mean, I will say that MorroW, maybe, I think it was the fact that he tried to do that Banshee harass, as you were saying, it just did not do that much, and when the push finally came out, it was just a little bit too weak. Yeah, I think that still there's that issue that so many players are having where they see the Banelings, select all their Marines, and just hit run. And they should be spreading them out into a nice arc, so even if some of the Banelings do detonate, it's not everything that's dying. Yeah,
definitely. I definitely agree with what you said. I mean, the way that MorroW does it, he pulls them back in just one big clump, split them, it would help so much. DiMaga actually started doing that in his previous game against Hydra. He actually started doing it, and it did.
It worked so much better, yeah. So we are going to be going, starting the game momentarily. There we go. The game is currently loading right now. Xel'Naga Caverns, it's a popular mech choice for map, just because players like to open up with a one base. The natural expansion is a little bit tougher to hold. It's nice to have the tanks and the Hellions and the Thors managing that space. And because you can get that gold by moving towards your opponent, it's a very, very safe play for a slow, immobile army.
Yeah, and DiMaga showed us that really well previously. When he played DiMaga in the previous round, he actually showed us a very nice mech play and managed to take him down, and that was a fantastic play. But are we going to see the same from MorroW? I don't know. He might be feeling the pressure. I don't know if it's going to get to him. This is a big tournament.
Now, of course, I have a question for our fine crowd here in Cologne today. Is anyone rooting for DiMaga to close this game out, to win it 3-1? I see some fine gentlemen with some beautifully painted signs in the front row rooting for their Zerg superhero. And any MorroW fans looking for a comeback? Anyone want to see it go to Game 5? Feel free to cheer your little hearts out. There's a supply depot going down by the refinery. Again, DiMaga not doing anything kooky, no cheese incoming from either player.
No, this is pretty standard. I mean, every Zerg we've seen so far in this tournament uses the standard 14 gas, 14 pool. It is a very safe build. It's basically the best all-round build. Because you can get the link speed out, you can start to deal with the Reapers. Not necessarily deal with them, but you can begin to deal with them. And also, you're gonna have the Queen out straight away. It's just a really nice build. Going for the first hatch. A lot of players previously, before Reapers started to become so efficient, they always used to go for around 15 hatch. But that is just not viable anymore because of the Reapers.
You know, I still think that there are ways that you can use the Zerglings to maybe defend against those Reaper rushes, but again, it's just so difficult that in a tense situation like this, DiMaga has seen that he's been able to win 2 games by playing a straight-up game. No reason to deviate. Definitely going to do it here. And again, you need the Zergling speed to cover this huge area around your wide-open natural expansion.
Yeah, definitely. And I would like MorroW not to go for this Banshee again. We will see if he gets the second refinery. But that Banshee play, as I said, just didn't do enough last game. That was his strategy, that was his choice, that was his plan before the game started, that he wanted to get cloaked Banshees. But they just didn't do enough damage. One Queen and a couple of drones didn't do enough damage. And we do see the Tech Lab being put down for MorroW. More Reapers are on the way to DiMaga's base.
And DiMaga, I think, is doing a smart play, making quite a few drones before opting to save up larvae for those Zerglings. No reason to get a ton of Zerglings immediately if you're going to be staying on one base for a little while. And there goes the Queen and the speed. We can see that one set of Zergling gets made. But again, wouldn't be surprised to see DiMaga bounce back and begin making a lot of drones. He just wants to have a lot of presence in the mid and late game.
Yeah, definitely. And this map, I mean, overlord placement here is a bit sketchy because, oh well, then again, he's not really going for Marines. But if we do look at the base, he doesn't. This is like kind of like the Muslim. Is the Muslim playing now?
Yeah.
I mean, this is like.
So it looks like there is the Nitro pack coming out as well. But you know, exactly like we saw in DeMuslim, does not want to encounter a gas steal. Has plans for using that gas later.
Yeah, and here we go. The hatchery has been put down, and that was quite early compared to the other games. Previous games, it was around 36, and then last game was about 24. This game actually went down on 18. That is an extremely early hatch.
Yeah, I mean, what DiMaga is probably seeing is that MorroW is not really favoring huge Reaper openings. He only did that in one game. Generally, MorroW gets a Reaper, and then he backs right off. So I think DIMAGA is banking on the fact that he might be able to keep this hatchery alive just with a small set of Zerglings. There they are right now. In fact, DIMAGA getting the second queen after starting that hatchery, which is a little bit unusual based on what we've seen. Unfortunately for him, it looks like MorroW is absolutely going for a big Reaper play.
Yeah, these two barracks are done now. Two tech labs are going to come. Will he be able to take down the hatchery? The last time he was rather unlucky.
And there's the Reaper. Barely gets out with two more hits from those Zerglings. MorroW trying to take the series up to 2-2 with big Reaper play, but these Zerglings are going to be very, very pesky, able to hit this Reaper that is by the Xel'Naga Watchtower. Know the Reaper will stay alive, and there are two more tech labs coming down, and MorroW is rapidly building up enough money to expand.
DIMAGA is pushing down. Is he going to actually go and have a look at the ramp? That would be the key, because if he does go up the ramp, there is not a complete wall off. He will be able to go in and see exactly what's going on. If DIMAGA knew what was going on, he could go and end the game right now. But he doesn't. Is he going to go in? He's going to go in.
There's Zergling. It sees that there is no wall off, and here come the rest of DIMAGA's Lings. They need to get there fast, though, because these Reapers are en route. There is one Reaper right now. It sees those Zerglings.
Oh, and a brilliant wall there by MorroW.
Barely gets there just in time. And whoo, MorroW doing some great timing on that depot, baiting the Lings and getting a few extra kills.
I wonder if he's actually, it looks to me that MorroW's actually going to go all in. Because the previous game, when he did this build, he actually got the command center after the third racks and then added on the fourth and the fifth. This time he's opting to get the fourth and the fifth straight away.
And he scans and sees that a layer is done. A Spire could be anywhere around here with the creep spread. He just can't know. And now the Reapers are moving into this backside, joining their long-lost brother. And they're going to be bouncing into the back of this base. There really are not any Zerglings. That's such a small amount of Zerglings running up here, picking off drones. A few more Lings pop up, but the creep spread is so weak over here that the Reapers are in micro heaven.
They are in micro heaven. This is got to be careful, because if he gets a surround, he does. He actually gets a surround on all the Reapers. Brilliant play by DIMAGA, taking down all them Reapers. One actually escaped, but wow, when you get a surround like that, that is so good. He must be feeling great right now, because he killed about 4 Reapers right then with just a handful of Lings.
And the Spire is en route. DIMAGA showing amazing defensive play. He gets another Reaper, 3 more Reapers, desperately heading up to MorroW's base. DIMAGA is in the clear lead right now. He just needs to be in good defensive position. He needs to not make any mistakes, and he'll be able to close the series out 3-1.
Yeah, and this is MorroW. Oh, actually, MorroW's actually opting to go for this.
Another surround that worked out very nicely. And oops, one Reaper doing his own thing, and it's only 2 Reapers left from that original pack of 6.
MorroW's actually opted to go for the command center. He has put it down. He's not going to go all in and just push out. I think the choice was that he lost too many Reapers. He had to go for the eco build. There's no point. He cannot do any damage.
And it looks like MorroW just needs to find some way to make these Reapers do a little bit of extra something. The Queen doesn't manage to get taken down, but this is very nice control by MorroW.
These Reapers are jump happy right now. Are they gonna, he actually doesn't lose one. Oh my god, they are doing a lot of damage right now. They come up and down, up and down. Oh.
Oops, losing 2, a little bit of a blunder. MorroW shouldn't be jumping into the only location that has creep touching this cliff. He definitely wants to favor this southern area. More Reapers getting made by MorroW. And you know, he doesn't really have a choice. He kind of has to continue making tons and tons of Reapers, because that's the only way to keep putting pressure back on his opponent. But as we can see, DIMAGA does have that Spire finished, is making quite a few Mutalisks.
Yeah, unfortunately, he cannot keep up the pressure by building and building more Reapers. As he knows the Spire was up quite a while ago. Mutalisk should be out by now for DIMAGA. So he has actually, MorroW's had to change his build, his style. He's going for a lot more Marines to actually defend against these Mutalisks.
And it looks like the Reapers are popping into the back of the main. There's not that many Zerglings there to defend, but the Reapers see one Mutalisk, and Zerglings are so happy to surround. MorroW going to try to do a little bit of damage. Only one Mutalisk left there, but now he's deciding that it is time to retreat.
If we do look, DIMAGA actually doesn't have that many drones. He did make a ton of Lings to actually defend against this. He did see the second tech lab, and he thought MorroW was going for a very heavy Reaper build, so he stopped producing drones. He should be starting making drones now. It looks like, is DIMAGA going to push out right now? No, he's actually going to go back to his base. The bunker is being built for MorroW, and MorroW's got quite a nice economy going.
Yeah, and DIMAGA with those 2 queens going to be able to pull way ahead in the drone count. DIMAGA, oh my god, DIMAGA's going to start picking off these supply depots. He's going to start picking off Reapers with the Mutalisks, and if he can get his opponent in an awkward position, he can run in with these Zerglings and do so much damage. He is pulling the Marines as far back as he can, and will he run in the front? He's just going to run in there to try to pick off more of these Reapers. The more Reapers he picks off, the stronger the Ling run around will be.
Yeah, that's really nice play by DIMAGA, making MorroW run around. The only problem is, if he actually does run by with these Lings, this bunker, I don't really think he can do it, because there are too many units. This bunker's in a great place as well.
Yeah, it looks like he is swinging around to the back. The Reaper is going to go out for a scout, but DIMAGA does see it. He's going to try to chase it down. This very nice play by DIMAGA, getting every advantage that he can. Zerglings all clustered outside the front, always going to be a threat. And look at this very late starport by MorroW. Engineering Bay also managing to do some research. I'm impressed with MorroW's ability to take his all-in and turn it back around into something normal.
Yeah, definitely. This could actually cause a lot of trouble for MorroW. The Baneling nest is about to finish, and there are so many Lings in the middle of the map right now. And if he does decide to cut half of them into Banelings and push down with this Mutiling, he's going to do so much damage and could end the game instantly.
And here comes MorroW. He needs to build more turrets in his base to defend against these Mutalisk's attacks. Or what, ooh, looks like a few Reapers also marched to their death there. I mean, what MorroW could have done earlier is just place all his buildings tighter together. That would have help prevent all this Mutalisk harass and all these unnecessary stems.
I really dislike this choice, this decision MorroW made. He's actually decided to actually build the reactor on the starport and is delaying the medivacs even longer. He can't use stim right now, and all these Marines are so low health. If DIMAGA actually pushes out pretty soon, he could be in a lot of trouble.
Looks like the 2 refineries are down at the expansion. A lot of mules getting poured out. It looks like DIMAGA is taking his 3rd base. Any 4th coming up does not look like it. Doesn't want to take that gold. And these Mutalisks are doing a very gentle job of moving back and forth, trying to pick off some tanks.
Who's going to get that tank? Oh, that is so crucial. That is so crucial for DIMAGA.
Very nice hit for him. Play. Yeah. More Banelings coming out as well. The usual mix. How far is that Baneling speed upgrade from being done? Pretty good. Notice the repetition in DIMAGA's play. He just has such faith in this ability to counter Marine Marauder groups, and it all is going to come down to MorroW's control.
Yeah, I don't know if MorroW can do that. He's losing. He's being harassed extremely hard by DIMAGA. He is losing. He lost that tank, and that tank was a vital. He really needed to keep that alive. These Marines, half of them are down to minimal health. It's really bad. He needs to get this medivacs. The medivacs are coming out. He is a little bit supply blocked, which is not what you want in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely not. Another expansion command center going down. And I'm curious which one MorroW's going to take. He could take this 3rd one, but it's super vulnerable to counterattacks. This is super vulnerable to a straight attack. And it looks like that is what he is going for. The Mutalisk, of course, always going to try to pick off any outlying unit. And here is this big clump trying to kill off these destructible rocks. Look at the Mutalisk, thirsty for any outlying tanks.
Yeah, any outlying tanks will go down. I'm not sure if going to the gold is the best idea. It looks like that's what he's going to do. If he does get the planetary fortress down on that gold, that's going to be a great position for him.
And some Marines get caught off guard. They do take out one Overlord, but again, the Mutalisks are cleaning everything up. DIMAGA slowly pulling ahead in the food count, just picking off one tech lab at a time. Uh-oh, do not lead with the medevacs. That is going to be a big blunder, losing several Marines and a tech lab.
Yeah, he really needs to put a turret on the ramp or just by his production structures, and he does do that. He must have heard me. He's putting down 2 more turrets to actually defend that, because that's actually a very weak location without turrets.
Yeah, I do like the sensor tower play too. It's a very cute way to deal with that Muta harass.
Yeah, definitely. In any form of attacks from DIMAGA, he can't really attack because of this sensor tower. MorroW's going to see everything, where these users are coming from, the different angles they're coming from. He's going to see everything. And it wouldn't surprise me if he built more bunkers and another sensor tower on this gold. Oh, a nice pick off with that SCB by these Mutalisks.
DIMAGA doing a great job of just clustering and reclustering these Mutalisks. Look at him picking off those Marines. Hasn't lost a single one of those Mutalisks yet. Some are red, but still none dead. Going to keep being aggressive, and especially with how tight these gold are placed to the edge of the cliff, it's going to be very difficult to keep any SCVs alive.
He's going to try and pick up that tank. Oh, oof. That was so close. One more hit, and that would have gone down.
And look at all these tasty SCVs. SCVs. He's going to be able to take those out one at a time, and MorroW wasting more and more money. I mean, even these turrets are super vulnerable, and look at the same time DIMAGA planting himself up for a big attack.
He's planting his army just outside the sensor tower radius, so they are not visible. The Mutalisks are going around the back, and if he takes down that sensor tower, that could be huge. I don't know what he's going to do right now, though, but he's got to be careful. There are a ton of Marines. The Marines are stimmed inside that, and DIMAGA is going in. He's got to be careful with these Mutalisks. And this tank, the tank's doing so much damage. Get out. He's got to go. Whoa, that was extremely close. I don't like that position. The tank's were sieged, and that was really nice defense there by MorroW.
Kind of a cool play by DIMAGA, really making MorroW know that he needs to commit to keeping this alive, because DIMAGA is prepared to attack from so many different angles. Going to the production tab, look at that. All those extra Mutalisks being added. So often players just abandon the Mutalisks because they're too scared of Thors, but DIMAGA knows that MorroW is committed to this Marine Marauder mix, and there's the possibility of a Thor coming out, but either way, looks like a big swing around is up and coming for DIMAGA.
Yeah, look at this in the bottom right of the map. We do have the Lings and Banelings. Hold that thought. The Mutalisks do pick off a tank. Do they pick off? No, it's going to be a medevac.
Wow.
It does take a medevac. This Mutalisk play is is so nice here by DIMAGA. The micro is amazing. He's going down.
Oh,
he's
no,
going to take another one.
medevac.
Can he get the third? No, he does decide to pull out, but he's going to run into 2 turrets. Be careful with that. He does pull out. But I'm really interested to see with these links and bends are going to go around the outside the radius of the sensor tower, and they're going to go straight for the natural of MorroW, I'm going to guess.
DIMAGA needs to work on his macro a little bit, getting up into the 1,000 range. Very, very bad in this junction, but it does look like MorroW is somehow staying in this game. He's getting so many